years anywhere is more than I want to be there. So I started writing letters to the embassy, and they completely ignored them for 4 years. And I started putting little components of direct marketing in that I learned from our friend in these books. And wouldn't you know, after about 4.5 years, I had a visit. I didn't know who it was, but you put the special visit shirt on, you follow the little rat trail down to the visit room, and this embassy character who had completely ignored me made it a point to let me know. He always threw my letters straight in the trash. He showed up with one of my letters. It was a full page of Thai writing, and he smacked it on the glass. And the first words when he picked up the phone were, he said, "You made so many mistakes." And so for the next hour, he proceeded to teach me about writing his language and all the errors I'd made and all the things I'd done wrong. But that didn't matter because we'd made the connection. And from that point, he helped me get transferred back to the U.S. and basically get out from under a 30-year sentence, a life sentence. So one of the things that happened along the way there, which I wanted to point out, I've actually, Dan, I autographed this for you. I hope you appreciate that. This is a letter I wrote to my little brother, Daniel, who's in New York. Well, he's in South Carolina now, but as you guys know, positioning is very important. And the way that the people at home, I was told that while you're in prison, all the people at home, like your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your wife, or whatever, they're all having a worse time than you are. I didn't believe that personally, but it was a nice sentiment. So I thought to myself, I want to show my best foot forward, and I want to give them the impression that I'm having a good time, and maybe trick myself a little bit in the process. So I started writing, or started drawing. You started using my artistic endeavors, and that's me in a Thailand prison. And so all of them said something like this, and I drew all kinds of pictures. You know, when I wrote my dad, my brother, my sister, whatever the case. And then you'll notice one thing. This one actually on the back. I had labeled these, of course. This one was called Lounging. It's a behind bars production. And then you see this funky writing that looks like cake frosting. That's Thai. It says Tamduemu, which means made by hand. And on a lot of these other ones, I'm staying in a place called Bombat Prison. So every time I started writing Bombat Prison here in the top left corner, I thought, I'm reinforcing the fact that I'm in a prison. So why don't I change this? I am studying like 18 hours a day. Why don't I start writing Bombat Mahawitialai, which really pissed off the guards, which is great. It means university. I had a couple of them just throw the letter back and think, I'm going to put the right name on this thing. But then I put resort on some other ones. Then I put spa and resort, whatever the case, just anything but prison, because I wanted to tell myself that I was having a great time. And lo and behold, this attitude of mine, where I was just real positive and real upbeat and confident that something good was going to happen if I focus on me and ignore these walls outside of me. Maybe some of you will recognize this sort of a Covey principle. Maybe the smallest circle of influence in the history of mankind, being in a prison. But I just focused on this stuff, and to hell with everything else. And over time, this circle of influence expanded. And the walls eventually fell away. In 2013, they let me out of the front door 22 years early. And so I like to blame Dan for that. Last, I think it was October when we were at the AWAI copywriting event together, I told him that I'm his greatest living testimonial because, as a copywriter, we like to save money or we like to make clients money, but this guy helped me save a life. Like I should be out when I'm 60. Instead, I'm out, here I am. I know I look young, but I'm 41 now, so, I got a 20-year bonus and a chance to have a meaningful life and do a lot of good. So in the couple short years since I've been out, I built up a copywriting business, and now I've got a team of copywriters, and we're chasing legends. That's basically it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to share. But there you go. Am I at 15 minutes? All right, cool.
All right, we got a 15-minute break. Start back at a quarter of.